Alright, so what have we been up to lately? Well, a few things. Picking apples, trying to get stuff canned up, and trying to get the garden cleaned. So let me show you. Here is the rest of the tomatoes. I pulled all the plants out of the garden. This is the rest of our tomatoes. And in here, the rest of our peppers, a few walking onion headsets that I'd like to get planted, who knows when, and our apples. So these 2 baskets, these boxes, and this basket back here are all full of apples. 45 pounds! Not bad for 3 apple trees. So we're processing them. Bad news, my apple peeler broke and I don't know how to fix it. So we're going back to doing it by hand. I decided to dice and jar them in some simple syrup. I've never done that before, so I thought I'd give it a try. I don't think I like this. There's so much unused space in these jars, and I don't know if it's because of the size of the apples or if that'll happen no matter what. So I don't know if I'm going to do this again. So the other thing I'm definitely going to do is fruit leather and apple juice. So apple juice is kind of, and it's not your traditional apple juice. They don't juice the apples. It's like a apple flavored water, but it was delicious last year, so we're going to do it again. So when I make fruit leather, I soften the apples in some boiling water to scoop them into the blender, and then I pour it on my dehydrator tray. And what remains is wonderful, wonderful goodness. So that's something else we're doing today. Now, it is wicked hot today, okay? It's supposed to be 90 degrees. If it's over 85, it means it's going to be humid. It is September. And it's 90 degrees. Like, what the heck? So we have closed off as many windows. So we've got blinds down. Back here, I put cardboard in the window, just trying to block the sun out and keep the house as cool as I can, because I have got to get this processing done. I cannot wait anymore for it. So, fingers crossed, it'll all work out. Check on the rabbits as well. So, Miss Pepper is doing wonderfully. I gotta get her a new frozen bottle. It is 90 degrees today, which in our part of Wisconsin does not happen very often. In fact, it hasn't happened all summer. Our highest has been like 84, 85. We've had a pretty cool, rainy summer. So we use frozen water bottles. I typically don't care for them just because if you're not on top of it, they tend to chew through the bottle and there goes your water. But I've tried ceramic tiles and they just don't stay cold for very long. I mean, the bottles last much longer. So she uses it wonderfully. She'll lay right up next to it. Miss Hazel, she is our newest breeder. She has come into her size quite beautifully. We are not going to breed her until we get some changes made with this hutch. And we've got to bring in a new buck. I'm not going to breed her back to her daddy. This guy, I worry about the most. The only reason that water bottle's so close is because I put it there. He doesn't use them for whatever reason. And it terrifies me that I'm going to lose my handsome guy to heat stroke. So he's the one I'm most worried about, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he gets through this okay. Now, something we have decided to do, they're kind of messy because of the rain the last couple days, but these are chicken waterers, which also work quite well and fit perfectly inside the cage for the rabbit. Now, because we have been trying to go camping the last few weekends, but we've always picked a place in the neighboring town because we got to be back to feed the rabbits. But these make it possible to have a 3 or 4 day weekend, and I don't have to worry about the rabbits, with the exception of these guys. So, we butchered 1 litter last week. 7 rabbits gave us 27 pounds of meat. So, for the season total so far, I have 87 pounds of meat in the freezer. I'd say that's pretty good. These guys are going to be butchered next. So, same thing. They've got their water back there. They keep pushing in the corner. These guys use it quite well. And I'm glad it's not humid today because at least there's a temperature difference in the shade, so it's not as bad for them. So that's how the rabbits are doing, and I'll show you what I've done in the garden. You can see it's a jungle. I mean, look at this grass. It's ridiculous. So I did plant a second planting of green beans, but I forgot to close the gate one day, and a lot of them got eaten up. And I was looking forward to another harvest, which we could totally get. I mean, they're blooming. They're doing fine. Cucumbers are completely done. I mean, the weeds have just gotten completely ridiculous. So I took this as a sign that says, okay, the garden is truly done. Let's start getting it cleaned out. Now the kids, they still got their buckets. Theirs are weeded too, but look, she put beans in there, and her beans are blooming as well. We did get 1 itty bitty little acorn squash. So, not utterly pleased with how much squash we got out of this. I am going to try this one more time with a few differences. I think if I can hone in my watering with this method, it'll work a lot better. But I cleared out all 3 potato boxes. See, I had, even though we picked potatoes quite a while ago, plenty of weeds have popped up. All of the tomato plants have been pulled from here. So this is all cleared out. And I cleared all the pepper and tomato plants from here. So my next step is to turn these over and get all the weeds out. I don't know when I want to do that. I think I want to wait until we get a nice overnight frost that'll kill off this grass. I could just rip it up because I don't want it to spread. I don't want to turn all this over, have it look wonderful, and then have to do it again. Weed whacker, number 1. That'll be the first thing I do, is weed whack all this. I mean, look at that. Look at all that grass. Just note to self, wood chips are not enough. I have to put a barrier down. So, that's the plan. That's what we've got going on here. Not a whole lot. If it's hot where you are, try to stay cool. I thought fall was right around the corner, but we got work to do. You guys have fun. Hope your harvest is wonderful. And until next time, see you later.